The Franken Traverse. Yeah, it's a story of traveling through a forgotten landscape and stitching together islands of mountains and snow. It's a story of overcoming physical and mental challenges. You know, we were all really attracted to the Traverse, not necessarily for the skiing, but just for that unknown. There are no blogs, there's no guidebooks for skiing in the Frank, and that's really for a great reason. Accessing those mountains, it's a logistical nightmare and time-consuming, to say the least. But you get filled with a sense of place and gratitude, and it seeps into the deepest part of your soul. You get to wake up every morning, and you have no idea what lies ahead. And if you're lucky, maybe, just maybe, the Frank might let you have a few ski descents for you to remember during those long, hot, smoky dog days of summer.
All right, we hit camp first night, Franken Traverse.
Dude, look at that.
About 13 miles in today, and this is where we found our spot to camp here. Franken Wilderness is located in central Idaho. It's oftentimes considered the largest wilderness in the lower 48. It's about 1.8 million acres. It's really unique because it's actually becoming less and less populated and harder to access. In this day and age, that's a pretty tough thing to find. And so it offers some really spectacular opportunities for people who are looking to explore, go on an adventure, and just kind of break out of the routines of everyday life.
It's already warm today. Warmer.
If I can just burn my hand, just for your video.
What are we doing right now? We're going skiing!
We're getting franked, man.
Getting franked.
It's part of the Frank Church experience.
Ridge walking. Spring skiing. That's what I remember from the maps. Here's Brian
Up and away.
in his natural habitat. During a spring tour in 2020, I proposed the idea to Brian and Jess of doing a ski traverse across the Franken Church. And we're all really drawn to this idea just simply because of the exploration and the adventure and really unknown of it. It wasn't about epic snow or big descents. Those things just aren't really available there. But it's just being such a vast and kind of uncharted territory. We didn't know exactly what we were going to get into, and that's really appealing. Nice. Here we are, day 4. Find ourselves slogging up the road still, but we're getting close to the wilderness boundary. We were actually able to ski in the wilderness yesterday, and this should be the end of the road slogs. So one last big push. Got a little bit of snow coming down still. I'm feeling the tail end of this storm, and then we're into the wilderness. Day 5, leaving camp.
ways.
Very firm. Yeah.
Okay, so we started way over there at the ski Rainbow Peak. That was day 3. We had to work our way Rush Creek, Shell Rock Creek, and up and around. We're on Shell Rock Lookout now. Here, use the ski down here. We're gonna go all the way down into the Middle Fork down there. And we get to go down the Middle Fork. And we get to go up into the Big One Crag. Way down there. This is cool looking mountains.
Oh yeah. We decided to do the Traverse in March of 2021. We spent a bunch of time that winter planning and prepping for the trip. We came up with a route through more or less the central part of the wilderness that would take us from west to east, encompassing about 130 miles, and a resupply via airplane halfway through. Basically got driven to the trailhead, dropped off, and made arrangements for a buddy to pick us up on the other side. And then we just launched off to see what we could find out there. Here we are at the Middle Fork of the Salmon River, Flying Bee Ranch. 8 days in to our 16-day Franken Traverse. So day-wise, we're halfway, I think roughly 70 miles so far. Been skiing for 7 days, and we just hiked all the way down here on dirt, carrying everything on our backs. It's been something else, all right. Pretty surreal to be here. So we're stoked. Things are going good, and hopefully the second half of the trip continues as planned. This is awesome.
it's pretty much the end of the Middle Fork River Trail. That way you cross and go up the Big Creek. This way, we're excited to say, actually goes uphill, up Waterfall Creek. As lovely as the last 13 miles has been, it's going to be nice to be able to go uphill and catch us some snow.
It's so nice being here and just listening to the snow and the wind outside.
We just got it going too. Yep, TP camp, Ship Island.
Day 11.
A little bit of a gamble. We decided to leave the trail. We're climbing up this about 2,000 foot south aspect. And hopefully we can beeline it right to Ship Island from there. And the weather, the snow. We're like, let's just get to Ship Island. Got wet on the way in, but it is drying out. So what's going on?
I literally snapped these rails in half on my binding.
Uh-oh. It's kind of a big deal.
Snapped the rail on my binding, both sides. So the only thing that's currently holding this together right now is the top plate. And we've still got about 27 miles to get out of here. So we've come up with an ingenious plan to use our titanium sticks. And we're gonna try and build a splint for this thing. And hopefully limp it to the finish line. There you have it, Splinting 101 from the Frank Church.
Oh, so incredibly grateful for the partners that I've had on this trip and the decisions and how it's all gone. Just the ability to be here. Extremely grateful right now. Yes! Hold steady, baby. Sun's gonna come out again, I know it. I see blue sky over there. Well, day 14. We waited out the worst of the storm, and now we're heading out. Gonna go up this little pass next to these amazing spires. Fish fin ridge up there. Well, morning of day 15. Heading out. Get to cruise by these beautiful rock outcrops and awesome energy this place has. Been really quite the adventure. What a special place and time. I just can't believe that I've had the opportunity to do this. So, extremely grateful and thankful once again. It's been a theme. Making our way! Footboarders skiing with the heavy bags. He's pretty good at it actually though. So here we are, last day. Camp just in the road. About 5 miles from where we think we're gonna meet our buddy Alex. And started off snowboarding and skiing a little bit, and then quickly started walking. But hopes are high that we can ride the snow the additional 5 miles we gotta go. We'll see.
I poked up and I was like, yeah, probably shouldn't go any further.
This is the end.
Yeah,
the end.
Oh man, how's it going? Good to see ya. Woo!
The Traverse took us 16 days. We covered 130 miles and about 67,000 vertical feet. I think we all walked away from this trip with just an immense amount of gratitude to everybody that helped us along the way, to just being in a position where we're able to undertake a trip of that type, and simply just gratitude for having access to a place like the Frank Church, and just the fact that somewhere like that even exists where you could walk for 16 days and not see another person and just launch off into self-exploration in that regard.